Welcome back, everybody. We're very glad to have you with us once again. Today's topic is our class number 12 of Learn Spiritism, Prayer and Gospel at Home. Let's get started. First of all, let's talk about prayer. What is it to pray? How do we pray? What are the things that involve prayer? Those are the topics that are going to be seen here. So, prayer, as the definition will go, is just this invocation by which our thought, we try to send that thought to the spirit world and to communicate with the being to whom we direct that prayer. So, for example, we may pray, "Dear God, who art in heaven," we're praying to God. "Beloved Master Jesus," we're praying to Jesus. "Benefactor spirits," we're invocating those, right? Spirits to come with us. So we're calling them up. So and so, I'm sending you my prayer. So once we call, once we invocate them, once we connect our thought, once we raise our thoughts, what happens next? As we learn from the Gospel according to Spiritism, we have to have a purpose behind it. So we just give prayer, or we just say a prayer for a couple of reasons. For most, it's to ask for something. "Dear God, give me the strength to overcome my difficulties. Master Jesus, help me understand. Give me the discipline. Open my hearts and minds so I can better understand your gospel." We're asking for something. We're looking for something. We're looking for them to help us. The other way, or the other option when we pray, is to give thanks. "Master Jesus, we thank you very much for all of your candid messages, all of your great teachings that are so helpful for us. We're giving thanks for something." And as a worship, as a form of worship, "Dear Lord, who art in heaven, creator of the universe, supreme intelligence of the universe." So we are giving worship, we are worshiping our creator, and so forth. And importantly enough, we may pray for ourselves or for others, both for the people that are here with us, incarnates, and those who have already departed to the spiritual world. All of those encompasses prayers. This is how we pray, to whom, the process, the techniques, right? And one comment from the Gospel according to Spiritism, as we see here, the last bullet, is that every prayer that is addressed to God, I heard by those spirits who are charged with the execution of God's will. So those spirits are waiting for us to pray, waiting for us to send a prayer. And as we also know from the Gospel according to Spiritism, every prayer is heard. Every time we pray, someone is hearing that message. Someone is listening to us for that prayer. So the action and power of prayer is what we're going to talk about now. So the power of prayer lies in our thoughts. We may deceive our fellow human beings. We may pretend something that we are not. But down inside, we cannot pretend. We cannot cover our thoughts. Spirits know what we are thinking. So the moment we pray, we got to be honest. "Master Jesus, I'm still not able to overcome that difficulty. I'm still struggling with so and so." So the power of prayer lies in our thoughts. And the quality of our thoughts is going to determine how or why we should be praying for. Once we do that, we submit those prayers by using the universal fluid. Or imagine as we all live in this fish tank. We're all small fish, connected with each other through water. So water is this vehicle that our thoughts will transmit from. The same way as you're listening to us via a computer or via a smart device by the internet. The internet is the vehicle by which you're listening from us. You're watching this program. When we submit our thought, this whole universal fluid, this energy of the universe will take our prayer to whatever its destination, as we understand. Also important to mention that once we establish that connection, that fluidic connection, we are connected with that person that we pray for. And that's how a spirit can hear and talk to us. That's how these spirits, better saying, are going to say, "Oh, yeah, so-and-so is praying for his mother who is in the hospital. So-and-so is praying so he could do well in school," and etc. So the moment we do that, we send those prayers out. And the moment we do that, if the prayer has a noble meaning or a noble ask, good spirits will listen to our prayer. That is how the spirits will reach us. That is how they see us, they hear our prayers, depending on our thoughts, our words, where we are, our condition, our vibrational condition at that time, and etc. The Gospel according to Spiritism mentions that communal prayer has a more powerful action when all who are praying join together in a heartfelt thought and with the same goal. So, if we unite towards the same goal, if we pray together, if we send good vibrations together, that has an exponential result to it. Really, really important to understand that. And remember that God knows all of our needs. It is useless to enumerate them to God. God knows all of our shortcomings. God knows why we are still struggling. God knows all of our vices, and etc. And that's exactly why it's important to pray, but let's not spend too much time on enumerating them. Let's spend time asking for guidance, asking for help to work on them, to overcome and to surpass these difficulties. To wrap it up, the pray aspect of our talk today, how should we pray? What are the ways we should pray? Most people pray, but only very few know how to do it very well, as we learn from Spiritism. Our prayers should come from the heart, as we know, not just words out of our mouth. A good prayer, or an important prayer, should start in the beginning of a new day. Every time we wake up, we give thanks for a good night of sleep. We give thanks for some rest that we were given, we were sent. We give thanks for another opportunity to work, another day of our lifetime that we can work and we can practice. We should pray with humility. We should pray remembering that God knows everything. We should be humble. God, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm still not able to overcome this difficulty. We all should be thankful for the benefits we received, for the blessings we have received, and always be thankful for the difficulties that are put in our lives oftentimes, because those are the ones that are given to us so we can overcome our difficulties. We should ask for precious things, such as patience, resignation, faith, discipline, perseverance, and not for the numbers we win the lottery, not for material possessions. No, we should ask for things that are precious to ourselves, that will really give us better conditions, really help us achieve that moral progress that we are all looking for. Now that we know how to pray, now that we know the importance of prayer, the mechanisms of prayer, the second part of our talk today is the gospel at home piece. The necessity of gospel at home, according to Joanne Evangelist, is an indispensable antidote with the consequent knowledge and courage to nullify the mistakes and the disturbances that really will predispose us for peace and to really seek renovation, enthusiasm, freedom, and better conditions for us to fight our shortcomings. Joanne Evangelist mentions that this is the need that all of us, Spiritists, have to practice gospel at home. She continues by questioning, what is gospel at home? What is it? Is it something complicated? Is it something complex? Is it something that everybody can do it? Is it something that only a few could do it? We learn from Spiritism that gospel at home is the simple study of the gospel in a familiar setting. In other words, we congregate, we gather amongst family members to study the gospel. We open up a book, one of the works, from Allan Kardec. Quick reading, we understand. It gives us better understanding. We invite the spirits to come with us. We can practice Jesus' teachings. It really is going to increase our knowledge around the gospel. If we have some questions, we can go afterwards, research, to have a better understanding of why Jesus said this, why he said that, why was the reason for him to say this, and so forth. It really helps family members to practice good, because in the gospel at home itself, there's a piece that we suggest our folks do at home to send vibrations to those who are in need, to really send good vibrations to all those who are in dire need, going through some difficulties. That's a way that we can use to really help our friends who are out there away from our family. It's also another vehicle, another avenue that's given to us to help us live in families, in a family setting. Sometimes we have some difficulties. That is a location, that is a place that we all gather for the same purpose. And therefore, it's going to facilitate relationships. It's going to foster some good conversations afterwards because the Spirit's going to be there giving us some intuition. It's going to pacify the environment, and etc. It's really an amazing activity that protects and then helps us attract high or good spirits to our house. Again, as we say, we invite everybody to do or to practice gospel at home because the only way to repel bad spirits is to attract good spirits. The only way to repel unenlightened spirits, we should say, is to attract enlightened spirits. And once we do that, our home becomes this ray of light that's going to really shine not only through our neighborhood, but through the entire city, as we know. The spirits can see those homes who are sending good thoughts, who are sending good vibrations. So, quick guide or quick recipe on how to do that. The first thing that I would like to say is, let's choose a fixed date and time of the week for the family meeting. Let's make sure that everybody in the family is going to be present. There'll be no interruptions. There'll be no other commitments, family, work, school, and etc. Once we identify that given day, we can start by doing our family meeting. Very, very simple. One day, we choose a day and a time that we can do that. A good chronogram of the gospel at home is a message, read a prayer, initial prayer, study of the gospel according to Spiritism, a good conversation. We ask the Spirit to magnetize our water. We send a thankful prayer. We can do vibrations, and we can gather afterwards to continue the study or to continue on with the conversations, because the spirits will be there to assist us and to guide us in this new endeavor. So some of the benefits of the gospel at home, the families gathered doing that. As you can see in this picture, we have all these spirits, this one particularly all dressed in white so we can tell them apart. They're giving peaceful energies. They're giving passes both to the fellow family members as well as to the magnetized water. And you can see on both sides of the house, those spirits, those unenlightened spirits are being put away, are being put aside. They're blocking the house. They're creating this circle of protection so those evil spirits or those unenlightened spirits will not be able to enter that house. These are the most benefits of the great benefits of a gospel at home. And again, spirits who are in need of treatment, they come in. Those benefactor spirits who treat them, who help them, who drive them to better places. Our entire neighborhood get helped based on our good thoughts, our energy vibrations. Bad spirits, again, evil spirits, unenlightened spirits are going to leave because the vibration is not something that they can tune in, they have affinity with. So kids are helped, as you see here. Great opportunity for them. Sometimes kids don't really understand about the mission of parents. Parents, remember from our previous class, Parenthood, the main mission of Parenthood is to guide their children towards God. And that child, since the beginning of early ages, being present at the gospel at home sessions, will have a good understanding. That will become evident for that child that there's a connection that that child needs to do towards God, towards the Creator. And to practice gospel at home, you should really do what Jesus told us to do, to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. We're in a family setting, we're congregated with each other, we're helping each other, studying together, giving positive feedback, learning about the gospel, helping our neighborhood, and really working towards our own progress. With that, we invite you all to do gospel at home. Those who already do it, can really vouch for the message. If you haven't started doing it yet, let's get going. Start doing gospel at home. Start practicing gospel at home, and the benefits will come. With that, we're going to close this session of our prayer and gospel at home. We really hope that you guys, everybody, pray in a different way, understand the benefits of prayer, understand the benefits of gospel at home. And with that, we want to thank you all for watching and have a great day.